Hey YouTube, this is Licious Kid from ClimaxCombo, and we are back with another Leaks of the Week. This week we are just continuing off with Giganto, SAO2 Trial Deck, and Nanoha Booster, so nothing too special to be honest, but this is the last week for Gigant since Gigant came out last Friday, last Thursday, so thank God, because I don't know, Gigant is pretty boring in my opinion, so I'm really happy that's out of the way. And I think all we'll have is Nanoha and SAO2 trial deck, so that's at least better than Gigant. So, and those will be coming on the 24th. And after that, I think it's Idolmaster booster, the movie booster. I think that comes out on November. And my friend already pre-ordered 4 or 5 boxes. I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask him again, but he already has a couple boxes for pre-order. So if you guys are looking forward to Idolmaster movie booster, then you can look forward to an opening coming around November. So yeah, with that out of the way, I'll just get right to it. So first off is this guy 102K backup. He's a common. Gigant as per usual. What he does is when you use his backup and you have a Gigant character, choose one of your battling character. It gets plus 2k power until the end of the turn, and of course he is a default 1k counter. So in general, he's just a somewhat generic 2k no cost level 1 backup, which is good. No cost 2k character backups are always a welcome addition. Yeah, they're as good as costless backups get. So definitely a good addition, and his restriction is essentially non-existent because every card in the series is Gigant, and you can't back up without a character. So yeah, he's pretty much just a 2k backup with no restrictions, which is very good for the series, and it's only a common, so also another plus. Next, we'll go on to this guy. He's 2175. He is from the TD SAO2. He's Death Gun. He's Avatar and Weapon. So what he does is when all your characters are Avatar or Net, he gets plus 1k, so he'll be a 2185. The character directly opposite of this gains the target trait. Very fitting. And his last effect is when the climax, the power of Death Gun is placed on your climax border, and this is in the front row, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, choose one of your opponent's cost 1 or lower target characters and place it into the owner's waiting room. We're just going to fast forward to Tuesday, because at Tuesday that's when they show the climax he combos with, and it is the Gate. And of course, Gate is, I'm sure many of you guys know, is a very powerful climax. Pluses you, and best trigger in the game, and it's red, so super easy to splash into your decks. So yeah, so pretty much he's a 2185. He gives the opponent in front of it trait target, which is useless until you use his climax combo. And you play the Gate. As soon as you play the Gate, you must discard a card from your hand, and you get to kill a cost 1 or lower target character. Essentially, the character right in front of him will die. Not bad, I guess, because A, he combos with the Gate. 2, he's still a 2185, so even without the climax combo, he will still be decently sized in its own right. But the only problem is the climax combo does minus you a lot because the Gate is a minus in hand size, and then you have to discard another card, and that's another minus in hand size. So you minus 2, or you minus 2, and then you get to kill one thing. But honestly, him already being 2185, and when you play the climax, him being 2195, he should be able to kill most cost 1 or lower characters, to be completely honest. And if you include a level assist, at the very least, he's a 10-5, or even just a normal 500 a global or 500 in front, then he's a 10k. And you could even use the 500 Asana assist from the first booster, and then you could pump him 1k, and he'll be 11k. You know, he could hit, point is, he could hit pretty good size, and should be able to kill most cost 1 or lower things. So because of that, I think his climax combo is a little redundant. I mean, I guess if you're really afraid of a backup, then you can discard a card, but oops, why is this here? I guess if you're really afraid of backups, you can use his climax combo to kill something, but honestly, I don't think I would be using his climax combo just because it's too much minus. The minusing in hand size just hurts too much. However, as a TD card, I think it's cool because in the TD you get another Gate, which is awesome. You know, TDs with Gates are always nice, and I guess it's a decent climax combo for beginners. Definitely don't recommend this in your regular SAO decks, but as a trial deck card, I think he's alright. So let's go on to Tuesday. This guy, he's a 0025 Cotton Gigant. The good old generic. Oh, never mind. What he does is when your opponent has 2 or fewer characters, his card gains plus 1k. So he's kind of like a 0035 all the time. Unless your opponent plays 3 characters on the field. It's possible, but usually at level 0, your opponent only has 1 or 2 characters. So usually this guy would be a 3-5, but you know, it's dependent on your opponent and how much he wants to commit to the field. If your opponent runs like a lot of level 0 assist, then I guess he'll always be a 0025. But you know, not every deck runs a lot of level 0 assists, so I guess it's just kind of dependent. But overall, it's not a bad common at all. So, oh, okay, yeah. Overall, definitely not a bad common. So, you know, if they don't have any better 3-5s, then I guess this guy will do the trick. And of course, like I already showed you guys, this is the gate, and it's hopefully you get 2 per trial deck, so you can only buy 2 trial decks, and people getting into the game will have 4 gates right off the bat. So that's very good. Next up is Wednesday's leak. This girl, 218k common, Ruri, she's Gigant. So during your opponent's turn, for every Gigant character you control, this card gains plus 500. So if you have a full field of characters, during your opponent's turn, she's 2-1-10k, which is very good. But however, of course, on offense, she is very weak, only hitting 8k. Very weak, and she will probably get backed up. Can't even kill level 1s without the fear of getting backed up. So it's not the greatest card, but it is a common, so what can you do? The level 2 options are fairly lacking from what I recall, so maybe they'll be forced to run this girl, or just be forced to skip level 2 in general. So, I don't know. I personally don't like this card, but they don't have much options for level 2. Next is this girl, 1045R, Signum, Magic and Weapon. So what she does is she climax combos with For the Sake of My Master Smile. When you have that climax on play, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a magic or weapon, choose one of your opponent's character and return it to its owner's hand. And next, it has a startup ability. You can pay 1. This card gains plus 3k and the following ability until the end of the turn. When this card reverses its opponent in battle, place that character to its owner's stock. Well, first off, the Climax combo, we're gonna cheat again. The Climax combo this card combos with is this one right here. It's a free stock 1 soul when you play this card from your hand to Climax border. Choose one of your blue cards in your waiting room, place it to stock, or your characters gain plus 1 soul until the end of the turn. Kind of weird that the Climax is off color. There could be another Climax with the same name. I just couldn't find it. Maybe just the translations are a bit different, but I couldn't find another Climax with the same name. But I'm just gonna base it off this Climax. Stock 1 soul is honestly, it's alright. It's not the greatest. And Nanoha already does have access to 8 gates. And honestly, the off color thing is kind of awkward because at level 1, you definitely want to run the level 1 Suicider that Nanoha has. That one's a pretty good level 1 Suicider. So you're already going to be running red. So trying to have a tricolor level 1 can be a little iffy, and yeah, can be a bit iffy. It's possible, but definitely can be a little iffy. So her comboing with a blue Climax off the bat makes me not like her as much. The Climax combo is honestly not bad. A potentially free bounce I think is really good and can be very annoying, especially if your opponent is very dependent on like their back row assist. Like if you keep bouncing Angel Beats Kanade, then it can give them a pretty rough time. Or like in a mid to late game, you can just keep bouncing like their level assist and just make it really hard for them to keep up in the field against you. However, and lastly, of course, this last effect is honestly not that. It's situationally okay, I guess, because you get to pay 1, she'll be 7-5, and then when you kill something, you put it to the stock, and then yeah, they don't get to encore. It's pretty much you get to kill anything. You get to kill something that's dependent on encore. However, they do get a stock, so that's the iffy part. And you do keep in mind you can't spam this effect. It's not once per turn. So you can essentially pay 4, and she'll get plus 12k, and she'll be 16.5 for whatever reason you might need her to be that strong for. But do keep in mind you can't spam it, so I guess that's another cool thing. In general, I think this card alone is not bad. I really like the bouncing effect. I think it's pretty good. It's, I guess, pretty consistent because a lot of characters are magic or weapon in the series. I believe the magic is the main trait for Nanoha. So I think it's a decent standalone card. However, I don't know. I don't know if the Nanoha decks will have space to squeeze in this Signum. However, I do think this card is okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if people would be playing this because bounce just keeps getting stronger and stronger in my opinion. So definitely I like the card. Next, Thursday's League, 105k R classes Gigant. When you have two or more Gigant characters, this card gains plus 1k. Not bad. You're a good old generic 106k with a restriction of some form, or a condition of some form, I should say. His being you need to have two more Gigant characters. No problem at all since everything in this series is Gigant, so definitely a welcome addition to the series. Once again, the other Thursday's League is the Climax combo, or the Climax that combos with the Signum. And lastly, Friday's leak is this girl. She's 2145R Gigant Drunk Miruko. So what she does is she's a level assist in front, and she combos, or she has an on-play effect. When this card is played from hand to stage, you may discard a climax. If you do, choose one Gigant character from your waiting room and return it to your hand. Her name is Beautiful Tsundere Girl Miruko, which is the card that we were talking about last Friday. The level 32 10k. She has synergy with this level assist. So what she does is when you have two or more other beautiful Tsundere Girl Miruko, this card loses -1 level in hand. So this is this card's condition to come out at level 2. And I was saying that how good this card is dependent on what this card is, what the beautiful Tsundere Girl Miruko is, and we finally now know what that card is, and it is this level assist. And honestly, I think it is pretty terrible, because you need to have, first off, okay, well, I'm just gonna go over Miruko first. I think Miruko in herself is not bad, because a level assist is always good, and you get to discard a climax to salvage a card. Discarding a climax to salvage a card, I think, is a pretty good effect. And yeah, so you have a pretty decent on-play effect along with a level assist. That in itself, I think, makes Miruko a good card. However, I don't like it. I don't like the synergy with the level 3, because the level 3 requires you to have 2 of these damn Mirukos on the field. So you need to have 2 of these, so that's 2 stock already, and then you have to play this, so that's 4 stock at level 2 to get this card out. It's just 4 stock is just far too much. I mean, sure, like, the level assists are good all game. However, just, I don't know, paying, like, especially before the first refresh, if you have to do this, but you really don't want to do this before the first refresh, because it's really gonna kill your compress. So you want to do this after the first refresh. But even still, I still don't like this. I still don't like it. It's just too stock heavy in my opinion. I'd rather just save that 4 stock for level 3. If this card needed only one beautiful Tsundere Girl, then I think it would have been a lot better. But because you need 2, I think that really does kill this card's potential. Also, the fact that you have the level 3 Kirito, this is the game ender for Giganto, and he's quite a powerful one. However, his condition requires you to have no characters on the field for him to work. He needs to be the only character on the field. So why would you pay 1 stock for a level assist that you're just going to kill right off the bat with Kirito, so you could get off your game ending abilities? It just doesn't work out, because I mean, I guess because the level 2 is lackluster, so you really don't need this card. This level 3 Kirito wants to be alone, so there's no point in spending stock on back row, because you just rather spend the stock on this Kirito and using his powerful game ending effect constantly. So because of this Kirito, it makes me not like this Miruko more. If this Kirito, like, didn't have that only character on the field condition, then maybe. But no, there's no point. Like, there's no point playing 2 Mirukos, getting this Miruko off at level 2, because that's 4 stock, and then once you hit level 3, killing everything off that you spent so much stock for. It's just not worth it. It doesn't work out. It's definitely not worth it in my opinion. So unfortunately, this is a pretty good level assist on its own, but with how the set works, I wouldn't run this card at all. So unfortunate, but what can you do? And lastly, of course, best girl Kirito right here. 0025. During your opponent's turn, this card gains plus 1k. Your generic 3/5 condition. Your generic 2/5 2/3/5 level 0 for blue. and not that great. And you know, the set has much better options for a 3/5 level 0. However, this being a trial deck and her, yeah, this being a trial deck, is to be expected, you know. So that is the leaks for this week. Honestly, not that much, not that much, because you know that's what they've been doing for a while. So yeah, nothing too exciting, I guess. Yeah, not yeah. This week is well, yeah, everything is nothing is exciting this week at all. So uh, pretty lackluster video, I guess. But you know, what can you do? Uh, still pretty pissed about this combo right here, just cause Kirito is way better than these two. So yeah, that is all I have to say for this video, guys, and until next time.